Please join me in welcoming our distinguished panelists. Moderator, Nicky MacCallum, co-founder of M Impact Investment Fund. Zhang Junyi, former co-founder of Neo Capital. Xiaoning, Director of Impact Investing of AVPN. And Crystal Ding, co-founder of Everlasting Capital. Nicky, passing on to you.
Hello. Hi, welcome to the Zayed Sustainability Prize Forum Capital panel. Nowadays, there's a type of investment that not only focus on the financial return, but also focus on the positive impact of the portfolio that could have to the society. It could be beneficial to the environment, can be good for the climate, or solving social issues. Today, we are honored to have the pioneers in this field of impact investment with us. Perhaps we can start with introducing yourself and your company first. Let's start from Crystal.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for having me. It's a great pleasure to be here on this panel today. My name's Crystal Ding. I'm from Everlasting Capital, which I started with my partner in 2014. So at Everlasting Capital, we believe our mission is trying to increase the sustainability of the society through sustainable investing. We focus on solutions which can address pressing social and environmental challenges. Before founding Everlasting Capital, I was heading the Greater China team at LGT Venture Philanthropy for the past 10 years. So at LGT, it is part of the impact investing arm of LGT Group, which is owned by the princely family of Liechtenstein. So earlier in my career, I was mainly doing mainstream investing. I've been working across private equity, venture capital, investment banking, and corporate M&A. Thanks for having me. I'm very much looking forward to the discussion today. Thank you.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Xiaoning Wu. I'm the Director of Impact Investing at AVPN. So AVPN is Asia's largest social investment network. So we're headquartered in Singapore, but we have over 600 members from across the globe who are looking to deploy their capital into impact in Asia. So we work with these organizations ranging from foundations, family offices, corporations, financial institutions, and all the way through impact funds, PEVCs, and NGOs and government organizations through facilitating partnerships, education, and promotion of impact investing and philanthropy across 4 themes: climate, healthcare, gender, and youth. So prior to my current role in AVPN, my background was in finance through investment banking, M&A advisory, and PEVC. So I look forward to today's discussion. Thank you.
Hi, everybody. My name is Junyi Zhang. I'm the former co-founder of Neo Capital. And Neo Capital, it is a capital focused on the automotive and the high-tech industry for the sustainable growth of the world. So we are not only working on the car-related topics, we are also do quite a lot on the new energy-related things and artificial intelligence. What our fund focused rule is the ESG. We want to help the environment better as well as sustainability. Nowadays, I'm working in another artificial intelligence company that is Things Auto. And I'm also co-author for quite a lot of ESG-related reports. Before my investor career, I'm the long-time consultant working in the transportation auto industry. That's all. Very happy to meet you here in such a passionful exhibition. Thank you.
Thank you. And I'm today's moderator. My name is Nicky MacCallum. I'm the founding member of M Impact Investment. I'm also venture partner of Everlasting Capital. I'm also a proud member of World Economic Forum, Global Shapers. So my impact investment fund this is our 4th year. We are a RMB fund investing in companies in China. Our focus is organic farming, elderly care, and also impact hiring. All of our LPs are successful entrepreneurs in China. They believe that impact investment is the secret of successful wealth heritage. Founders could project their family value through the tool of investment. For example, one of our LPs believes that people with disabilities should have equal opportunity to work. Therefore, we invest in restaurants that hires disability people. So this leads to our next question. Who are the LPs of impact investment, and why are they investing in you? Perhaps we can start with Junyi.
Okay, very interesting. I think when we found the new capital, the GP is very clear, how can we say, founder of the electric vehicle company, and also we have co-founder together with, how can we say, the Sakura and Hill House as well. For our US dollar fund, it is very interesting. The cornerstone investor is from government, Singapore government, Temasek as our founder. And we have quite a lot of diversity in LPs who are very interesting. We are working on the new energy topics. So the traditional oil company, largest oil company, also sponsors as LP. They want us to do innovation investment beyond electrification, others. And we also have quite a lot of, how we can saw nowadays is traditional OEMs. They want to invest in new energy vehicles, some German ones, some Japanese ones. And a lot of passion of that, it is also some, how can we say, the private person who are founder of some area. They have money, they want to doing investment in the impact area to help the environment, help the world better. This is the majority, how can we say, passion for them to invest in our fund. Sometimes maybe some people you know that Xiaoning, who is the co-founder of Mobile, the sharing mobility company, very famous.
Yeah. Yes, I think yesterday you mentioned he have a really interesting sentence commenting on that you cannot invest in non-ESG companies.
Yeah, this is one thing. You know, 5 years ago or 6 years ago, there's very popular sector for investment is electrical cigarette. It make money. Quite a lot of people invest in this area, especially for shared mobility companies founders. And he just told me that we can make money, but this thing is not for his interest. So he rejected invest opportunity.
Yes, that's very impressive. Yeah. How about Ning? Who are the LPs?
Sure. When we talk about the LPs of our impact funds, right? So it's typically, involves a mixture of different types of investors, and then also involves cross-sectorial collaboration. So I will give an example of a fund that's launched by ADM Capital. It's called Asia Climate Smart Landscape Fund. So this fund was launched in 2023 to support the small and medium enterprises in Indonesia in the climate sector. So when it comes to the seed or the early LPs of this fund, it involves a mixture of family offices like RS Group, Zenyearth, and also foundations like MacArthur, Packard, and Cargill. And in addition to these LPs, it also has a lot of other supports from guarantees from the development financial institutions like DFACT and DFCs. So typically, in the case of impact funds, these type of catalytic patient capital can provide longer-term support in de-risk the investment as well as helping the impact managers with the operations at the early stage of their fund. And then ultimately, crowding more capital to ultimately scaling up the solutions and provide more longer-term impact to the sector.
Cool, that's very diversified. How about Crystal? Who are your LPs?
Yeah, sure. I think in terms of LPs, it can be divided into two categories. So for LGT Venture Philanthropy, our major LP is the princely family of Liechtenstein. and also the high net wealth individuals, private banking client of LGT Bank. And I think for LGTVP, we mainly invest in the private market. So we support strongly growing young organizations with effective social and environmental solutions. And on the other hand, I think for Everlasting Capital, because we are a ESG dedicated asset manager, for us, we mainly invest in the public market. So for this, our LP is mainly from the foundations, like the university endowments, and also some national sovereign wealth fund. So these pension fund, and I think for these LPs, they are more long-term, and they're looking to for the ESG criteria to be integrated into the fund performance. So I think mainly it can be divided into two categories. Thank you.
Cool. I think all of us have attended many of the impact investment panels, and I think sometimes we only hear about the concept, but we don't hear much about detailed portfolio companies. I think today it's worth us discussing or sharing some of our case studies on the portfolio companies, like how you invest in it and what value add you have for them. Let's start with Crystal.
Yeah, sure. So I want to share a case study, a successful case study from LGT Venture Philanthropy. So just give you some perspective. It is a company in India. So as you know, that around 50% of the populations in India live in rural areas without access to reliable energies. And some current power options, such as kerosene lanterns or diesel generators, which are uneconomical, inefficient, and environmentally unfriendly. So House Power System, they have come up with a smart solution. They use locally based agriculture waste, like rice husks, to generate electricity. They build mini power plants in the villages in India's rice belt. And House Power System built these mini plants only cost about $40,000 US, and which can serve 4 villages and support 500 households. So it's low-cost solutions to address these problems. So these mini grids are now often solar hybrid, and meaning they can use both biomass and the solar, and which can run for 7/24. So LGTVP provided a convertible note in the year 2010, and we also participated in the Series A round financing in 2012. And we not just provide like finance capital, we also provide intellectual capital. So for example, we provide act as fellow to these organizations, which means we help them to hire a full-time impact fellow, which can work for them on the business development to help them to build their channels nationwide. And this year, they're looking forward to raise about $400 million US, and they're targeting an IPO in 2027. So I think for us, it's a successful case for like impact investing.
Yeah, it is very successful.
Yeah.
Going for an IPO really soon. Yeah, how about Ning?
Sure. Since my work works mainly with the impact funds, so maybe I can give a case at the fund level. So I would like to share an example of Heritage Capital. So this is a investment manager out of Singapore, managing over 250 million US dollars. So look, they're invest in education, healthcare, technology, and climate. So what I find it particularly interesting is the evolvement of their investment strategies, because they have multiple funds under the platform. So they start with investing purely commercial capital through venture capital and growth capital, but then gradually moving on to integrating ESG frameworks into their investment process and review process. And ultimately in 2023, they launched one of the very first impact first fund in Asia, and getting successfully had their first close of 20 million US dollars. Like the ADM Capital case, they also get the support from a mixture of corporate investors, family offices, and foundations. So I think this is a very good example to demonstrate the sophistication of impact investors in Asia, from pure play impact funds to ultimately having impact investing as a part of their overarching strategy, as a part of their combined strategy.
Thank you. Junyi.
Okay, as a fund, we want to follow the ESG as well as the impactful. So the most impactful thing is, I would think, impact industry. At that time, during our investment in this area, for example, new energy side, we have actually co-founded and created quite a lot of the new energy company. For example, in this booth, the CATL or this kind of company, we have several listed, and also some new energy vehicle company. And besides that, we also invest in something maybe not earning money purpose, but impactful purpose. For example, we sponsor and invested in the student immortal games around China. Every year, it is already more than 10 years. And this kind of behaviors also impact to our portfolios. Some founder of our portfolio, they also have interest in to invest in to doing impact investment. One of them, he just invested a documented the film company, and they shoot a documentary film which named The Love Song of Apple, the wild animals, and got the global prize since 5 years ago. So, and every time we even doing our hockey activities, we also want to do our environment protection actions for collect bags or some things. So quite diversified, and we are proud of that.
Great. Normally, we would hear a lot of climate-related, environment-related ESG or impact investment. But for our fund, we are focusing on the S, which is the social part of the ESG. So one of our portfolio company, it's called Dayu. So it is a clothes brand for the patient who had the breast cancer surgery. So in China, there's around 3 million breast cancer patients, and most or many of them will choose to do the removal surgery. After that, they will need a special type of underwear to help them to look as like before. So this actually creates a lot of problems. First, it is very expensive. It's around 2,000 RMB. So Dayu provides a more affordable solution for the patient. It's around 500 RMB. Secondly, the $2,000 underwear is actually made by foreign companies, so it doesn't really fit the Asian female's body shape. So it causes second-time damage to many of the patients. Dayu's product is well designed and helps the woman to fit into a lighter weight underwear. So that's the business itself. So after we invest in Dayu, we help them first to apply to the Cartier Female Enterprise Award, and she got the award last year. She was one of the 2 award receivers in China. And also she received some fund. Also, we helped her to connect to more than 10 major media. So the media will conduct interviews with her and then spread the brand to broader audience, and then helps the business itself too. So that's the type of case study we have. So I know other than portfolios, we also, in today's topic, we are talking about impact investment in China. So perhaps we can have some words or some views from each of you to see where will impact investment in China be in the future? Like, what will it look like?
Okay, since our business, which is no matter what new energy or new energy vehicle, auto industry, there are quite a lot of things related to the ESG and the impact for things. No matter where you want to trade, doing trading or other things. One example is nowadays a lot of Chinese suppliers or automakers want to go abroad. If they cannot fill in the responsibility for the climate, for the carbon nature, they cannot sell the product in overseas market. So every year we will spend quite a lot of effort to help our portfolio to have a not a written ESG report, but action in ESG. We can make sure this company will help not only China the climate or things, and also not harm the overseas business. So with this kind of efforts, more and more Chinese supplier and OEM can go abroad, and we together to create an environment to help the climate change as well as the low carbon efforts. As far as you know, China is one of the largest exporter for many manufacturing things. If China can have cautious on this kind of impact for the industry, for the society, we will make some change around global environment. Just like you said, not an environment protection, but also the sustainabilities. I was heard that recently some larger, how can we say, the company like Geely or you can see this, the Meidi, they all announced they want to cut the overtime for the working force. So this make the entire society change a lot.
Yes, strongly agree. And we all know AVPN has a lot of members from all over the Asia. So how many of them comes from China, and how are they doing? Are they still surviving, struggling? How is it?
Yeah, absolutely. I think China is one of our most important market, and nothing can happen in Asia without China. So definitely we have a large number of partners and members out of China. Many of them are ecosystem builders, impact funders, and other key stakeholders. And I think in terms of China, like echoing many people have said, I think the market has great potential for sure. So, with the tremendous size of the market, with the great diversity of the themes, and then also with the great support from the government, the commitment to sustainable development, I think it's also the right time to really develop this sector and the market through more innovative financing and solutions. And further than that, I think the development miracles of China over the past decade has been a great example of how cross-sectorial collaborations can make things happen. And I'm sure it's going to be very inspiring for the other countries as well. So given the current disruptions in the impact sector as a result of the declining ODA, right, from the Western world, I think it's also a very good opportunity for Asian countries like Asia to step up and playing a more constructive and leadership roles in supporting Asia's impact sector. And in fact, this September, we're bringing the largest social investment conference in Asia, our AVPN Global Conference, to Hong Kong. And actually, our theme is talking about Asia's leadership in this inclusive world. So I would love to hear more discussion around that topic on how Asia can play a more leadership role in the space. So for me, I guess the opportunity for China's impact investing is both within China and beyond China.
Agrees. And also, we also understand that impact investment is a relatively new concept in China. Around 6 years ago, when I was working with Crystal, we knew that we don't even have a Chinese name for impact investment.
Yeah.
There are different versions of it. And then back then, there's only 1 or 2 institutes who can say, oh, I'm impact investment. So what's your view on that? What's your view on the current situation?
Yeah, I think impact investing is still emerging in China, but with the right momentum, innovation, and capital, it still has a great potential to grow. So over the past decade, I think I'm very lucky to witness and also participated in the development of the China's impact investing sector in this journey. So at the very beginning, we have seen the concept we even don't have a standard concept for impact investing. At that time, we called venture philanthropy and social enterprise, and a lot of these activities are driven by the foundations. So I think it's an extension for their philanthropic activity. And at that time, we do a lot of trainings, awareness raising, and also attending conference to sort of raise the awareness of this concept in the market. And later on, we have seen some mainstream institutional investors that also be aware of this topic, and they participated in this impact investing sector. And you can also see a lot of development of the ESG fund have been formed. So from my past experience, I think for me there are like two takeaways. So first, I think impact investing, it is a serious investment strategy itself. It should not be used as a tool for marketing purpose or for like greenwash. And secondly, I think collaboration across the ecosystem is also very crucial and critical. So this sector cannot be moved, cannot grow on its own. Social and business resources need to be mobilized to grow the sector, to move the sector forward. So I think we need the government, the policymakers, business, investors, and also academy to work together to drive the things forward, to make things happen. So it reminds me of old sayings as if you want to go fast, go alone, but if you want to go far, go together. So here are my two takeaways.
Strongly agrees. And from our point of view, we see that there's maybe around 10 legitimate impact investment funds in China. And how can we push this forward? I think it's that we need to start from the LP side. So basically, we are glad to see that many of the family offices nowadays are talking more about impact investment. And when their family are trying to demonstrate their family's family values through the tool of investment, they will then put money in this pocket. And then after there's more LPs wanting to have this impact investment, there will be more GPs. When there are more GPs in the playfield, there will be liquidity for the portfolio companies, and then it's easier for GPs to exit. In this way, there will be a positive cycle for more players to come in and then to generate financial return at the same time solve social issues. So I think we are really close to the end. Can each one of us have a one-sentence close remark? Let's start with Crystal.
Yeah, I think the impact investing sector in China has still a long way to go, but with the collaboration across the ecosystem, we definitely can build a sustainable future. Thank you.
Thank you.
So I think it's definitely echoing, and I think it's the right time for cross-sectorial, cross-border collaborations and mobilizing more capital, technology, and solutions and best practices to drive impact investing in Asia.
Thank you.
For impact investing, I think we need two things. One thing is like today's meeting's topic, it is beyond the imaginations, beyond the ideas, thinkings. And the other thing is together. Only hand-in-hand together with GP, LP, and the entire society's collaborations, this can be happen.
Thank you. And for me, it's easy. Everyone just download the BEYOND Expo app and then search our names if you want to collaborate or discuss potential impact investment collaboration. And I think that's it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you.